Hey guys, welcome to the Convo Couch. Today we've got Diana, the CEO of Bus Stop Films. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me. It's nice to catch up with an old friend. There is this point, I guess, in my life where I had to go, well, I'm just not a very good actress. And so
Okay.
I think it's true. I think, lots of people have talent and it can be really hard to get there. I don't think that I was as committed as I needed to be to the craft. And I sort of realized that, similar to you, I preferred to be behind the camera and making all the calls and being the boss. Yeah. Being the boss. Yeah, it's a great one. So I think that was part of my journey. Was I had been trying to act for years and I couldn't really figure out how to get to that next step. And a part of that was I didn't really want to give up my day job. I was worried about money, as most actors are. You kind of try and figure out what all that means. I think I was just more comfortable, I guess, being behind the scenes and trying to make things happen. Going behind the camera also gave me the opportunity to find out about Bus Stop Films. And that's actually how I found out about them.
Okay.
So, you talk about a network, and I would say it was very random. It wasn't what I was looking for, but I met this incredible woman named Sarah Jane Johnson, and she was a tutor at the time. And she then said to me, you need to go meet this woman named Genevieve. She's going to change your life and you're going to be part of hers and it'll be this great relationship. And I thought that was super intense for someone sharing a rice paper roll with me. But she's so incredible. And she just had that vision of connecting people. And so she introduced me to Genevieve and I slowly started working voluntarily for Bus Stop Films. But what I really loved is Genevieve saw me as human again, not as someone with a disability. And I think for someone as myself trying to redefine who I was, I had seen my disability as the main thing and I forgot that I was human. And so she really helped to change that perception and let me see things differently. And then, Bus Stop Films has become this place that I love, this family, this community that offers so much. And, that person who was so afraid of not seeing themselves on camera, feeling that they could be represented, I like now being part of the voice to help change our industry and say that we all matter, all stories are interesting, and we need to show greater representation on screen and behind the scenes. There's no reason why someone who has a disability can't be an amazing director or a cinematographer or a musician or lighting. There's no reason. I guess that's kind of how I came to be, and I think it's interesting that you talk about network and wanting to make something happen.
How long has Bus Stop Films been around for now?
This is our 10-year anniversary, actually.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yes, thank you. I'm very excited about it.
Okay, all right.
I've been doing it for 4.5 years, but it's been around for 10.
So they do a variety of things, right?
We're predominantly an inclusive filmmaking school.
Yep.
So individuals who are 17 years and older, they can come to our program, which is supported through AFTRS in Sydney and Informational Cultural Exchange in Parramatta. They can come there and they have a year-long program, very similar to like the NIDA one we did. Mm-hmm. So you're there, once a week, and together you start to learn all of the aspects about filmmaking. So you learn script writing, you learn casting, you learn about camera angles, camera shots, light, like every element of filmmaking you learn about. And then together they develop a film concept, the scripting, all of that. And as their final year in project, we do a film. It just so happens that we're extremely lucky that we have Genevieve Clay-Smith, who's an award-winning director, writer, and producer. We've got Sarah Jane Johnson, who is equally amazing as a producer and a director and an award winner, and they have these beautiful networks that are very generous to the film industry and believe in what we're doing. So we have these incredibly talented mentors come on set and work alongside our students as part of creating an inclusive and accessible film. Yeah, so I definitely think we need all the volunteers we can get. You can come help, son. Don't. Yeah, I'd bring you on board. So we just want someone who's committed and can give 9 Sundays out of a year.
9 Sundays. All right. And what happens on those Sundays?
What happens on those? Well, you actually get to come into the classes and you support our students. So there's tutors. All of our tutors are emerging filmmakers. And so they deliver the class, and then we normally have support people and volunteers come in and help the students get through the tasks and work collectively with them. So it's quite powerful. Depending on their background, if they do have filmmaking experience, then sometimes we ask them to jump on behind the scenes of our sets, or other times they can come and just be a volunteer on one of our sets.
So now you're the COO, I think?
I am the COO, yes.
All right, what does that involve now?
I am the person behind the scenes making strings happen, which is quite funny. But I look after our programs, our students, our community. I look after our website. It's basically all the operational stuff to make it function. I do that side of things. And then we have an incredible new CEO named Tracy Corby-Matchett, and she has come on board this year and took over for Jen. And she brings incredible experience. She's all about the networks, all about connecting, and she's so driven and so focused of making Bus Stop Films work that it's incredible.
I just feel like it's such an amazing organization, and you really do need like a really strong, supportive, generous network to make that happen over years. Like even as a for-profit business might not survive for that long.
Yeah.
And you've done that very well for like such a great cause. What was the reason that Bus Stop Films, I guess, was conceived in the first place? Do you know?
Yeah, I do. So Genevieve was finishing her final film project at AFTRS under her director's course. Through that, she was doing a project with Down Syndrome New South Wales or Down Syndrome Australia. And from there, she met the actor Jared O'Dwyer. He likes to introduce himself as Jared the actor, so I will honour that. He recited this entire Shakespeare poem to her. And then at the end of it, he just said, "No one will ever give me a chance." And he walked away. And she was just completely blown away by this guy who was so passionate and clearly had talent, but it was true, he had no avenue. And so right then and there, she decided that her first film, Be My Brother, which won Tropfest, he starred in it. And they have been friends ever since. And him and her are the genesis of Bus Stop Films. And there's also another co-founder, Eleanor Winkler, who helped on the film Be My Brother. So together, they really forged giving a pathway for individuals who had an intellectual disability and opportunity.
Right.
And she started the classes in I think in her house. I think there was like 6 people in her house, and then I went to Sydney Community College, and then she forged the partnership with AFTRS, who have been incredible.
Wow, that's a pretty amazing journey.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible. It's like she's this tiny, like vivacious, enthusiastic, passionate woman. And she has like these tiny little feet, but as our new CEO always says, she has these tiny feet, but massive shoes to fill. And so, yeah, a part of Bus Stop Films is having that ethos that you love what you do, you're here for the students, and it's all about helping to change the narrative in our industry. So I'm sure you would imagine and know that it can be quite a closed off community, I would say. You know, in our NIDA program, I think it was with Les, where he said it's like persistence, resilience, you know, those are the 2 things that you really need in order to get,
I think talent, luck, and hard work.
Okay.
Something like that. No, I'm pretty sure like persistence and resilience was something that he harped on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of that now that you've kind of come out of that, you know, program? Do you think that that is accurate? Do you think that it should be like that? Do you think, you know, what do you think?
That is just based on talent, luck, and hard work. Yeah, I guess to a certain degree, yeah, you can sum it up like that. And I think he also mentioned that you need 2 out of the 3 for it to work. Yeah, I can sort of see his point and see where he's coming from.
What do you think about all the rejection that comes with this industry? Why do you think people do it so much after so much rejection?
I guess for most people, it's the passion. I mean, this is a crazy industry. This is... Okay, if you talk about economics, right?
Yeah. Go for it, I'm down.
If you talk about economics, like businesses, it's a free market and there's demand and supply, and somehow you find a midway point where demand meets supply. In acting, it's way too much supply and oversupply and not so much demand. And I think people they keep trying because it's just pure passion. And they hope they get that lucky break.
When I was young, I probably drank too much and partied way too hard, and I'm so grateful that none of those systems ever existed, because, you know, there'd be a lot of not so great photos, you know, or not so great live videos. And I think we need to be honest about what that means for our kids these days.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this episode in a series where we interview business leaders, tech innovators, and startup founders about their business journey, insights, and reflections. If you find value in this, please leave us a comment below, and also like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Enjoy!